Hey kiddos, Happy New Year to you. Good old 219 coming around just fine, coming along just fine, I should say. We're already up to the 12th of January today and looking pretty good in the overall picture of things. I know the government shut down and things like things are just going to go down right along with it. But guess what, babies? You just keep your heart in a good space and you just watch out. You'll have a smile on your face. Because right now, January 2019, we've got a real opportunity to change things, to really see it differently than we ever had. Dad. And Mom, too. All of you, babies, we just got to get through what's here and see what's really going on. I mean, get it clear. You see, what we're watching is the age of patriarchy just die down, and there's a whole new system of things coming around. It's called living by the heart, and it makes life a living work of art, and every one of us, the artist in that work of art. See, work of art is a work of art, and that's life. So each one of us has that certain edge of artistry in everything we do and everything we go about doing and all the people we encounter and all the situations we deal with. Each one is a new opportunity to express yourself in a way that's more, let's say, empathetic. Now, what does that mean, empathy, empathetic? That certainly means being able to see what others are going through so you don't overreact or take it on yourself. I've lived for a while, thank goodness it's not now, but I lived for a while under kind of an intense situation in my residential living quarters, and one person there was not being very kind most of the time, but sometimes could be, like a Jekyll and Hyde thing. But I learned as I went along is not to argue with the person, just to back away and show them some love day after day so that you would, eventually see you can't get to the likes of me. Try as you might, my heart doesn't take flight. It stays right here until I get the whole thing clear. And finally you get to a place where you can do it no more and you move along. But you wait until that place comes along, and whatever it is just the right time. Baby, it put me in a little spin because, well, things happened that shouldn't have been. But that's all okay. We got over it and we got on with it, and we got a beautiful place to stay right now with human beings that are far more kind. See, if you just hold on to what you really are and what you really do, if you have gratitude in your heart for every moment that you live, no matter what it is, and see it as an opportunity to handle it artfully as the living work of art that you are. And see, that's basically how I do it. I try to do everything gracefully. Well, here we are today, guys, hanging out on a Sunday afternoon, trying to be as mellow and as chill as we can be and, spread a little more love through this reality by allowing myself to see all the love that's inside of me. Yeah, you got old Grandpaw Koyote here, helping us all get it clear. If you want to understand a whole lot more and get it in a rock and roll sort of way, you should tune into our Spring Creek radio show today. Yeah, it's on Coyote Club Radio, and you can get it at thecoyoteclub.com. Coyotes with a K and club is too. Thecoyoteclub.com. You go to the homepage, scroll down just a bit, and there's the little player. You just click the arrow button, and away you go. As long as you're on that page, you got me going. Or you can go up to the top again and click up the chat room and tune in right there in the same way and chat with us while you're at it. And in fact, we're getting ready to change format a wee bit. In fact, we are changing format just a wee bit. Make you more of a part of it. I got a new 1-800 number. Let's put it here, 1-800-798-1763. That's 800-798-1763. And during the week or whatever, you can leave a message for me there if you want, or for Spirit Wind Productions or whomever. At 10 a.m. to 12 noon Mountain Time, Monday through Friday. It'll be an open line for our radio show, and you can call in here, and we'll answer the phone and talk to you live on the radio. How about that? You want to be that? Remember that number then, 1-800-798-1763 to talk to the likes of me. Now, I've been around the pike just a bit and up and down the road so much, and I've met many people and seen lots of wonderful things happening in this reality. Stuff that really just makes me like, it's been such a good life, you know. And if it needed to slip away, I'd be okay. Though I got a lot more to do. How about you? You know, it's not time to go as long as we're still kicking, wake up, breathing, and alive and ready to rock this little medicine show, especially on Coyote Club Radio. Only at thecoyoteclub.com. That's the place you turn to when you want to get turned on to a whole new way and a whole better day. You know, we were talking the other day about imagine a world without an oil industry, eh? And I posted that on Facebook today too, just because I heard it on one of my radio shows as I was going through all this pages and stuff, you know. Wasn't very rough. In fact, it was kind of cool. Real good vibe out there today. Things are getting better in this reality. And you know, this bloated presidential thing going on right now, you know, the ugly American personified in one of our leaders, you know. Well, it's made us all realize, you know, that this world's been ruled by a bunch of cheaters, and it's time for all that to change. So I think this year we're going to get it clear, and I don't think we're going to put up with that anymore, dear. I think that bloated one's going away, and the one that takes his place will be okay, for a little while anyway. I mean, in other words, it won't be such a tragedy. It'll be more of a triumph for the people. You know, symbolically then, we're putting it all away. We're letting go of that gluttony, that ugliness, that insatiable greed that says, oh, if I just had a little mo, you know, oh, if I just had mo, and, you know, it just drives people to insanity and causes a lot of mistreatment in this world, doesn't it? And injustice, too. It's pretty sad when courts can be bought and paid for. Tribunals of the people, my butt, man, you know. We got to think in a different way. We got to think, well, we're going to change it. It's all going away, and we ain't got much choice about it, eh? It's either going to fall in on itself, or we're going to transform that energy into a whole new reality. You know, and it might be partly governmental, but mostly it comes from the people. Mostly it comes from the people uniting in the heart and living their life as that living work of art. Knowing that each step you take, each breath you take, that's another brush, another stroke in this grand picture of life, this tapestry of life as I call it. It's a glowing, glittering thing with all these threads of all different colors coming and going, weaving between each other, making one of the finest tapestries you'll ever see, hanging on the wall of history, man. And it'll help us unravel our mystery, but each one of us is living a little thread in that grand tapestry of life, and it is a living work of art, see. And we've got great opportunity now to express the heart in our art like we never could before because of the restrictions in this reality, the craziness that went on here, dear. It's just a little too much, ain't it? Well, like it or not, you know, that's just the way it be in this reality up to now, eh? But see, the symbolicatry is all. It's a metaphor, this life we're living. And then metaphorically, when this one steps down, a whole new life will come around. It's the end of an age of patriarchy and dominance of people over people and enslavement of our fellow humans. And it's just been a ridiculous thing up until now. Most of us have bought the lie that you got to work at least 40 hours a week, you know, to get yourself through, unless you're one that's fortunate enough to be born into it or something like that. See, that whole world goes away. It's been the world of gluttony, of selfishness, of emptiness, which feeds the greed, in fact creates the greed, that empty feeling that can never be satisfied. No matter what it gets, it always wants more. Because it doesn't realize in that moment, it already has it. And it doesn't need one cotton-picking thing to make it any better than what it is right now. See, that's the same for all of us here in this 3D. Rich or poor, we've all been living that way, and now it's time to, practice our artistry and move along and see what can be, eh? Allowing it inside ourselves is the way of today, and that's the way we're going to play for the rest of forever, eh? I sure hope so. My fellow human beings, my sisters and brothers, the fellow children in the playpen of life. In this earth we've been restricted and given, hungers and pains and all this other kind of thing that really makes for great strains and a lot of insanity and a lot of uncool, yet cool is the rule of the day, because we're living it in an artistic sort of way. Appreciate what you got and be happy with that, and babies, a lot more will come. In fact, a world held in a peaceful heart that will forever more be that way. A world that sees beyond the ugliness of being alone, being the only one, being separated and isolated from life. Now instead, kid, we flip the lid off of that crap and let all that ugliness go. And as it crawls across the artistry of life, it creates a whole new painting, man, Well, that's the way I think we're going to go here in 2019. I think it's time, don't you? So, babies, don't be part of the uncool. Let that stuff go, along with that whole medicine show that says patriarchy rules and you don't know. And babies, we've been there, done that already far too long. Time to let it go. Time to go back to being kind to one another, because we see there in you a little bit of me, heck, a lot more than that. We got the same identity, the same life, giving us the energy of thought and movement and awareness and coolness and uncoolness too. All of this goes on because we sing a happy song inside of our heart each and every day when we wake up and say, wow, what a life, eh? Talk to you later, kids. Grandpa loves you so. Come on into the heart, babies, and be blessed evermore. Okay, catch you then.